What is going on, guys? Shumble Gaming here with a boss guide for Black Bear Guai. This is probably the hardest boss that I've faced so far in the game. I haven't quite beat it yet, but I'm going to leave a link in the description for the first part of this video. If you did not ring all 3 bells in the area and get the fireproof mantle vessel as well as the best armor you can get in the first section, and you're struggling on the boss, you should definitely go back and do that. That vessel will help out a lot, and you will also be able to craft a better armor for ringing the 3 bells and doing that small little side quest. So the link in the description will be for that. At this point, you should have 3 spells to help out with this boss: the Immobilize, the Cloud Stop, and the Red Tides, which you can get pretty early on in the game. These are going to help out a lot, obviously. And then I'm going to use the Wandering Right spell as well. I'll show you that in a minute. This boss has a ton of health, and that's pretty much probably the hardest part of the fight. You always use this first move right away. I always use the Cloud Step to dash behind him and get behind him. You want to stay to the back as much as you can. You have a better chance to stagger him when you are attacking him from the back, and using that Cloud Step to get behind him is always a good option. He's going to keep using these wind attacks. Again, just keep doing your best to either dodge from the back. If your Cloud Step is up, use it to get behind him. A couple things about the Immobilize. You're going to want to save one Immobilize spell for when he gets his health bar to about halfway, because you can actually stop his main attack by just using the Immobilize on it. But again, every time you use that attack, you're either going to dodge, or every time you have the Cloud Step up, just dash through him to get behind him. When you land the stagger, this is when I'm going to use the Wandering Right spell. It's hard to land, but when you have him staggered and you use that, you'll do a huge chunk of health to him. And then I'm also going to save that Red Light spell for the second phase of the fight, because that's when he's going to do the most damage, and you can't die when you have the Red Light spell active. So again, just doing my best to dodge his attacks, do a little bit of damage when I can. Again, just stay behind him as best you can. It's your best chance to stagger him and do the most amount of damage. When he gets to about half HP, that's when he's going to kind of transform into his second phase, where he's going to start using flame attacks as well. And again, this is when you're going to want to save that Immobilize spell. As he's dashing in, you can use the Immobilize on him to stagger him. That attack, he's going to keep dashing 6 times, and you can just cancel that attack with the Immobilize. Once I found that out, that was a really big help pair. Again, now I'm going to use my Red Tide spell, which is going to do a ton of damage. And again, you can't die while you're in this form. Worst thing that happens is you get knocked out of that form. And this is the hardest part of the fight, which is why I saved that Red Tide spell for that. At this point, you can see the health bar is pretty much fully depleted, and just do your best to finish him off, keeping your health up as well. I hope this video did prove helpful. Again, I thought this was probably the hardest boss I've fought so far. I'm about halfway through chapter 3, big chunk into the game, and this is the only boss I truly struggled on, so I thought I'd make a video for it. Hope this video proved helpful. Appreciate a like if it did. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.